Yeah. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Whole Thot podcast. I'm your host, The Barbecue. Thank you for making it back. We're on episode number 20. I appreciate you guys being there. And if you guys are going to enjoy the content, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It really helps me out. And now that we are all set with all the intro stuff out the way, let's introduce our first guest for the second season. I'm considering this the second season of the Whole Thot podcast. We got the great streamer from Georgia. She's the queen of Georgia. Got alligators and whatnot out there. We got NovaSweetz in the village. Say what's up.
Hey, Queen of Georgia, please don't do that. That didn't even make any sense.
Hey, I'm just going. Did I say king? What'd I say?
Huh?
What'd I say?
Queen.
Oh, I did say queen. Yeah. You said it didn't make any sense.
But that just sounds so weird.
The queen of Georgia. We'll get into who's the king later. Did I say
Georgia? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Queen of Georgia. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be the queen of Georgia?
No.
Okay, well, that's too bad. All right, so let them get to know a little bit about yourself, Nova.
Hi, I'm NovaSweetz.
So, what else other than your name?
I don't know. I'm from Georgia.
She is from Georgia, and you stream on Twitch.
I'm so goofy right now, but you know this is how I am.
Yeah,
but,
you are goofy. You stream on Twitch. How long you been streaming?
On and off since 2018.
2018. Nice. Where do you?
I just came back from was it 8-month hiatus?
Yeah, you're gone for a long time. Yeah. So what made you start streaming?
What made me start streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've always. Why are you?
Nothing. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling.
Yo, where are my eyes at? Yo, this is what happens. You're Asian, bruh. Okay. What made me start streaming?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, I've always watched streamers on Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was always like interested. Like at first it was YouTube, like when they first came out with like people doing gameplay and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch that, so I was always interested. Like, oh my god, that looks so cool. Whatever, people playing video games and shit. And then I got into Twitch. I can't remember how did I even stumble upon Twitch. I think it was some YouTubers that were streaming on Twitch. I think my sister also told me about it too.
Yeah.
She was like, "Yeah, there's these streamers. They live on Twitch stuff. Blah 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 blah." And then I was like, "Okay." So I started watching Twitch, and then honestly, I was really watching people DJ on Twitch. This was where DJ became like a thing, like really big on Twitch and stuff like that. Because there's these like a couple of DJs that I still watch to this day, kinda. That they like I've seen them like start from like low numbers and now they're just like up there and doing good and partner and everything like that. So I didn't want to play games originally when I got on Twitch.
Yeah,
I wanted to be a DJ.
Because you're like in the music industry. That's something that you can like tell people about yourself. So like what were you doing back then?
That music industry stuff like back when I was like 23. And I'm old.
You're not that old.
In September, bruh. Like that's a couple months from now.
Yeah, you're not that old, but yeah, you've been on the platform for a minute though. Like you've been like around doing your thing. Like you were telling me last night about like all the connections you've had and like all the people you've worked with in the music industry and all that stuff. So let people know a little bit about that, if you can. You don't have to.
It's so much, but I could just give the gist of it.
Yeah.
I started straight out of high school. I graduated high school 2011. And then my guy best friend at the time, he was, and that's when like I feel like that was the era when like blogging and like vlogging was like getting popular.
Yeah,
no one really did nothing like that. Like right now versus back then, like everybody want to do that shit now. But like when I was in high school, didn't nobody want to do no blogging shit, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like social media has evolved so much to where like young people, like the younger generation, like 25 and below, they want to focus on getting rich by like being on internet and being viral. Want to be posted here, want da, da, da. But back then, when I was fucking like 18, I was trying to still figure out life.
Shit, I'm still trying to figure it out, to be honest.
But you tell it, I'm still trying to figure that shit too. Where my music at? I need some music in my ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So last question, then
But
we can move on to the other stuff we got going on. So you have any goals
yeah,
with
see, I
streaming?
can talk forever,
far?
so.
Yeah, I know. How far do you want to go at streaming? Do you consider this? You want to consider this a career later on, or what you thinking about streaming in the future?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I would like to see this like being a full-time job maybe one day, but like it's not necessary. Like I have a full-time job that pays my bills, and like it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, so I'm set with that. But like if I could stream and have it, this is something I love doing too, so if I could have something I love doing, I'd like to keep doing that. But I know a lot of people don't. Sometimes some people don't see this as a career, they see it as a fun hobby, which is fine too, but like some people actually want more from it.
So let me ask you this though. See, I used to do interviews all the time, so
Oh shit.
you know.
Damn, you played the reverse card on me. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean that's what I did when I was in the music industry. I was doing interviews,
Yeah.
doing PR work. You know, that's how I got connections and stuff like that. But like, anyways, so you want to, if you wish that, I mean, well, one day, I hope so. I don't want to say wish, but like you hope so to make it like a full-time career, right? So, do you focus on numbers right now?
I've actually stopped. Like even when I stream now, I turn off the view count. Like I'm still aware of it after stream, but I don't like to stare at it while I'm streaming and stuff. Like I am looking at the numbers. Like more so, I've been focusing recently on TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff, trying to get my numbers big on other platforms. But yeah, I look at the numbers. Yeah.
Okay, because if this is something full-time you want to do, you kind of have to worry about numbers because that's where you're getting your paycheck from. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And like, I never thought about it in that manner because me, I don't care about numbers and I don't worry about numbers because I do this shit. Like, I want to say for like entertainment, a hobby, meet people and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
all. Yeah.
So like, when I was talking to this one streamer, right, and he wants this to be like his job, like full-time job. So he told me, he was like, I have to worry about numbers. I have to watch my view count when I'm streaming because if I'm not reaching numbers, then I'm not gonna get paid. I'm not gonna get my goals because if this is my job, I gotta worry about it.
Right. Right. The reason.
But then when people say that, oh, I want this to be my full-time job or a full, you know, whatever full-time content creating, you kind of have to worry about numbers. You have to watch the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people say I don't do that. But like, what do you think about that aspect of it? Because it makes you think differently about it.
The thing is with numbers on stream, I don't like to watch it because I start to get too focused on it. I get hyper focused on like, oh, now the people are watching. I need to do something stupid to like make some people watch me or something. Like that's why I started turning off. But like for sure after stream, I'm looking at the numbers like crunching. It was like, well, this stream probably wasn't that great, or one stream I had a really good time and things like that. So I'll look at the numbers, but I don't like harbor on them while I'm in the actual zone, you know?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't be looking at none of that shit. I get on, I stream, and I stream and I stream. I feel like I get off, I gotta get off. I feel like I can go longer, I can go longer. But like, I don't look at numbers, bruh. And then, you know, it's so funny. And people might be watching it and be like, no, she lied. But like, when I get that check from Twitch, I'd be like, where I get this money from?
Right. I do the same thing.
Exactly. But people go probably think, oh, she lying. But no, I'm dead ass. Like, I'd be like, why I got money in my PayPal? I was like, oh, wait, from Twitch? Like, what?
Yeah.
You know, because I really don't care about none of that. Like, I want everything to be like organic and natural. Like, I don't want people to feel like they have to do this, they have to do that for me, because at the end of the day, like, I mean, I have a job, you know what I'm saying? And I would love to do this full time, but I mean, if it happens, it happens.
Right.
Like, I see
on your birthday, on your birthday, when I was just giving you a bunch of subs and stuff, like, I truly know that you don't want, like, I know you.
I don't
yeah,
care,
you don't care for it.
Like,
it's
really
kind of weird. Like, I want to give you my money, but you don't really care for it. But that's why people love you and support you all the time, you know?
I just like, cause honestly, I wasn't even supposed to stream on my birthday.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, but my homeboy was like, why don't you do it? Like, we want to celebrate you, you know? We like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's people that want to enjoy you on your birthday, and I'm just like, bro, but I really don't want to, I don't feel like it. And he kind of like just convinced me to do it. So that's why I did it.
Yeah, you're
And it
more of
just
a.
went with the flow. Like, I didn't want to stream my birthday because I don't want people to think like, oh, it's my birthday. I have to donate to her. I have to get her. You know, it was saying like that. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But he put it in a perspective where it's like, don't like just people want to, you know, be
Yeah, let
around
these
you
people
and
love
stuff
you.
like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, it's crazy because you're more of a receiver than a gift giver. No,
I
you're more of
am.
the opposite of what I just said. Yeah,
Wait, what?
you're
Receiver,
more
gift,
of a
I'm a giver.
giver than a receiver. Yeah,
A
you
giver.
know. Yeah,
Yeah, I am. And
yeah,
like people who are close to me know that.
yeah. All right. Well, now that y'all know Nova a little bit more, let's hop into the topics that we have.
Oh God, here
I
we
just
go.
freestyled and just threw some stuff on here, so hopefully you know some about some of the stuff I have on the list. All right, first thing we got up in quick bits is the XXL freshman list. Did you look at it, or do you know any of the rappers that are on there?
I know a few of them. I know Ruby Rose is on there.
Yeah. There's Ruby Rose, 42 Doug, Flo Millie, Moray,
Okay,
Pooh
Flo Milli, I
Shiesty.
saw hers.
Yeah, Lakia. I've never
Isn't
heard of her.
who else is on there?
Tusi, Blast, Ian Dior, and DDG.
Bruh, do you even consider Tootsie a rapper though?
I don't even know who that is. Oh, he's from Raleigh, North Carolina. I should know
He
who
got
he
some
is.
good music. Every time I hear his shit, it sounds like some auto-tune shit like he Drake or like T-Pain or some shit like that. But I don't even consider him a rapper. Like I don't know that XL shit. Like there's so many other upcoming rappers that should have been on that list, but I don't like talk. Like I haven't even paid attention to that shit since 2016.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to tell my wife what this was. She didn't even know the XSL list existed.
I didn't even know they still did that.
Yeah,
honestly,
they still been doing it. Yeah. And I'm actually curious to watch I am interested in like their freestyles and ciphers. I always look at that so I can actually tell if I want to listen to that artist. But I know you can't judge everything off a freestyle, but still I'm always like curious to see like can they actually rap or why they're on this list.
Honestly, I don't really care for that shit ever since like since J. Cole and Kendrick and stuff been on there. Cause I don't know, for nowadays I just feel like hip hop, like in rap, it's different now.
I mean, honestly, you can't go up from that list. Like the list that J. Cole was on, I forgot who I was on his class, but like, where else is there to go from here? Like that was the pinnacle of them doing that list, and that's when people cared about it too.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where like it gets old, like American Idol. Like who still watches that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
some people still watch it. All right, I don't know how.
Like why keep going? I don't know. I just feel like eventually, like it's just gonna get the more longer they go, it's gonna more crappier it's gonna get, and it's just not gonna make any sense. So
that's how I feel about The Masked Singer. I'm watching that now. Well, I'm not watching it right now, but like we watch it every now and then. I'm just like, damn. After season 1, I really don't give a damn about the show anymore.
I mean, it was funny. Like I watched that with my best friend and her mom when it first came out because I think her mom was watching it or some shit, and then I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my
god. After that, I was just like, why keep going? It's like one of those things that just need to die. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I don't know.
I think there's a benefit to it sometimes because like sometimes there are artists or people on there, celebrities that on there that some people can't guess, and I know it immediately. Like I think this most recent season. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched this season, but Wiz Khalifa was on there. And my wife was watching the show. She watched the whole season, and I walked in at like on the episode where he got voted out. And I was like, as soon as I heard him sing for the first time, I was like, that's Wiz Khalifa. And she was like, what? I was like, I'm 100% sure that's Wiz Khalifa. And it was. And I was like, well, it's good for moments like that. That's what that show is good for. But I don't know how I just got off on a tangent on that.
I guess. I mean, it's like the excitement of like trying to figure it out. But
yeah. All right. Next up in quick bits, we got Soulja. I've been gone for a long time, so I know this is old. But I just finished watching like Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow versus. Did you watch it?
I didn't even watch it. No.
Oh my god!
I didn't care for it.
It's good. It was really good. I was very interested in it.
I know people that were watching it and they were talking about it, but I didn't care for it. Like I just like, okay, got two old heads like trying to make money off of trying to do shit to each other.
Yeah,
like,
it's a cash grab for sure.
Like I mean, Soulja Boy mad funny. Have you seen him streamed?
Yeah, I watch his stream.
Oh my god, yo, when he be yelling playing Fortnite, I just be sitting here dying laughing.
Soulja Boy is like really, he likes to reinvent himself, and I like that about him. The verses was good because it was just like a big hit of nostalgia. It's like, damn, Bow Wow had all these hits, and I didn't even like remember that. And even though before it started, I was like, Bow Wow's gonna watch Soulja Boy. Like Soulja Boy got hits, but like Bow Wow got a legacy of like long hits, like with different artists. It's really
Oh no,
crazy.
Superman, that hoe still be hitting, you
That
know.
was the last song he brought out, and it was funny because he brought out Soulja Boy brought out Romeo, and Bow brought out
Oh God,
Omarion, 3 6
Romeo.
Mafia. He brought out a lot of people. It was really nice. It was a good show. Last on quick bits, we have Drake Bell apparently possibly going to jail for child endangerment. It is not looking good for your boy, honestly. Did you hear about the story at all?
Damn. Ain't that dude that had that Nickelodeon
Nickelodeon show,
show or
yeah.
something?
Yeah,
Which one was it?
He's on Drake and Josh. He was the skinny
Drake
one.
in? Okay, I'm about to say, I didn't want to say, is it the fat one?
Yeah.
His sister.
Yeah. He's been going through a lot. Like recently, there's been a lot of accusations and whatnot. And I think with this situation where there's enough smoke, there's probably fire. So he was, long story short, he was like sending inappropriate text messages to a minor. And she's an adult now, but I guess she's coming forward with charges. So he could face he could get probation or 2 years in prison. So that's probably what he's looking at in Ohio. And she was 15 when this happened.
I always wondered what happened to him because all you heard of was Josh, like his weight loss and everything like that. Like Josh was just out there, but you never heard about Drake anymore.
Yeah, he used to do interviews every now and then, but he wasn't around, you know. So I just think that story is interesting.
I mean, Josh was always the funny one, anyways.
For sure. Josh was the funny one, and I was
was my
talking
favorite.
to Jay about this. We're laughing because I don't know. You probably didn't watch the show, did you?
For sure.
Drake and Josh.
I did watch Drake and
Okay.
Josh. I just
So I thought it was
don't
funny.
remember much from it. You know,
Okay.
I'm old.
It's on Hulu. We be watching it sometimes, but I just think it's funny that Drake was getting all the girls in the show, and he wasn't that attractive. Like I just thought that was funny. Like he was alright, but I mean, I guess he looked better than Josh. But like I was like, I don't see how you getting all these bitches. Anyway,
Josh look good now.
yeah, Josh, probably looks better than Drake. To be honest. All right, let's hop into some gaming news. The biggest news that's been going around since I've been gone is probably that Nintendo is dropping a new OLED Switch. Are you interested in this new OLED Switch at all?
No.
No, me either.
I got a Switch Lite and a regular Switch now. Why would I need another one? And plus, Nintendo never want to give people no discounts and shit.
Right. Nintendo really just does whatever they want. No one asked for an OLED Nintendo Switch. Like
No,
I
but
think
people gonna buy it though,
right.
because it's Nintendo.
Yep.
Because of the name.
Yep. And all it does is an OLED screen on the handheld version. So when you plug it into a TV, you're not even gonna notice. So it's gonna give you a better handheld experience. And granted, I don't even use the handheld mode that much, honestly. Like,
Bro, I haven't touched my Switch after being addicted to Animal Crossing when it first came out.
Like, yeah, mine's collecting dust, to be honest. I don't even know where mine is at right now.
Oh, you finished that Mario game?
No.
Oh, you slacking, bro.
No,
Get out,
I finished Mario Galaxy, which is the only one I never played. And then I gave up on Sunshine because I got irritated at some point in the game. But I played most of it, yeah. Recently, that's the last game I played on Switch, is Mario 35. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to the new Switch. The only thing they added was a Ethernet port, so you can not have to buy an adapter. So, like, I don't, and they have more storage inside. But other than that, there's no reason. Do what you want to do, but I'm saying, like, what's the point of buying this new Switch? If they're gonna release a Pro, wait and save up for that.
I'm too busy gaming on PC, bro, to worry about console. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right. My PS5 is also here collecting dust. Even though I just played Ratchet and Clank, there's still not that many games to make it worth buying a PS5 either. Next up in gaming news, a copy of a 1987 release of The Legend of Zelda sold at an auction for $870,000. Now, could you imagine if you had a copy of a game that old?
Do you?
I don't think I have a link for that one.
Or a photo? What's it? Zelda? What?
I don't know which Zelda game it is.
Game sold.
Look up 1987.
Or 1987.
No, look up the year 1987, The Legend of Zelda game, and that one sold at almost $1 million. That's fucking crazy.
870,000.
Yep. That's a lot of. I wish I still had some of my old games. I don't know.
What even system do you even play this on? A fucking Game Boy
Probably
The original one, like the first one that
SNES.
came out.
Yeah, maybe something like that. That's so
Bro,
crazy. You're
there's
wearing an
no way.
antisocial shirt. I was about to wear one today.
Because I'm antisocial. I don't know why I'm on this podcast right now.
uh, all right.
I
So,
don't, I was never really into Zelda games. Like I played them,
mhm.
but like I was just never like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
I have to. I'm addicted. Like I've never was
Yeah, I still
like that.
haven't played Breath of the Wild either. Everybody tells me that's such a great game. I have not played it at all.
No,
I
there's
probably
one
should.
Zelda game on Nintendo I want to buy, but I just haven't done it yet.
Mm.
Because I'm just like,
Ocarina
I
of
don't be
Time
on
was my favorite Zelda game ever that's come out because that's the only one I actually played. But they're good games. I don't know. There's a lot. They're long.
bro, the most Zelda I ever got was when I played Smash Bros. Okay, on GameCube. Because I always picked what's his girl name?
Zelda.
Is it Zelda?
Sheik.
Sheik or whatever. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
when she use a transform and twirl and turn to Sheik and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my bitch.
Unrelated news that's not on my notes, but like 50 minutes ago or like an hour before the podcast, Nickelodeon just dropped a trailer for their Smash Bros competitor, and it has like SpongeBob and shit in it, like a bunch of Nickelodeon characters. So they're dropping a Smash Bros competitor. I don't know how that's gonna do. PlayStation tried to do this like 10 years ago and it didn't work out, so I'm surprised that they're trying to do it now.
I'll send you the photo.
It's all
You can
good.
see the photo, but it's on Steam though.
Mm.
But like I don't know because like they hyped up Hero Academia fighting game so much, and then there was like
Yeah.
what was the Jump Force or something like that, and like I played the My Hero game and it was fun playing with friends, but it was something like okay because I went to like a DreamHack of Atlanta
Yeah.
back in 2019 before all the COVID shit happened or whatever like that. And then I played it there, and it was dope. Like it's just like a regular fighting game. Like, you just
Mhm.
fighting, doing all these powers, and then like, have you ever played like the Naruto
Yeah.
game?
Ultimate
It was
Ninja
like the
Storm.
camera was just like that type of cinematic. Like the camera was moving all over the place and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, I know it's gonna make money because of the name of it. People are gonna be, oh my god, Demon Slayer.
That's the thing with these Namco or Bandai Namco games. Like they'll have the titles for them, and they have to release a game every year. That's why there's like a My Hero game. That's why there's a Dragon Ball Z game. There's one every year because they have those titles on their contract, and that's why the games aren't that great, and that's why they don't last because they keep making new ones every year just because they have the titles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I stay away from games like that. Even I do have the My Hero second game, but it's alright. It's alright.
It's fun to play with games. Games.
With friends. Yeah.
With friends. But I'm not gonna sit there and play with solo. Like that's boring.
Facts. Yeah, I'm not either. Like, and I'm guessing in the story mode though, even for the My Hero game, you can like progress in this. Like, if you're not caught up with the anime or manga, you can replay it. Even though I'm not caught up with My Hero at all. I need to.
I need to do season 4.
Yeah.
Ever since season 4 came out.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
All right, next story we got up here is a woman has a gaming collection. She actually is in the Guinness Book of World Records for her gaming collection. And I just thought this was interesting because a black woman now has the title, like the record for the most games collect. She has 1,599 LCD gaming systems and 2,430 playable gaming systems as well. Like now she's in the Guinness Book of World Records for it, and I just think that's awesome.
As far as like PlayStations and
I guess.
Or huh?
Yeah.
Does she own one of those like gaming like antique gaming stores or something? Because that sounds like all that shit would be in there.
I don't know. I think that's just for a collection. Like, where do you put all that stuff? That's my question. If you click on the link, you can see the video. Yeah.
There's no way, bro. Like, is she married? She got kids?
That's a better question. Oh my gosh.
Like, yo, dead ass though. Like, what she rent one of them storage containers or some shit.
I'll pull it up so y'all can see it.
In there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, oh, she got shoes and whatnot.
Oh, it's black. I don't see it.
Oh, my bad. But you got the link. You can watch it too.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah, she's got all these systems, even like Game Boys, handheld devices. Like, I couldn't imagine spending that much money collecting all that stuff. But hey, to each his own. I don't know. But I just thought that was interesting.
How old is she? She look young.
I'd say mid-30s.
A lot of them are like retro games too. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
okay, so gaming systems, so like little arcade retro. Okay, I mean that's now that I see it, it's more like understandable.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you think it was, PS5s?
But you know what? Does she really like shit like this, or is she just doing it to be in the World Guinness Book?
I feel like you have to like it to collect that much. You have to like it somewhat. I don't know, just for aesthetic or something. So next up we have Netflix apparently trying to get into VR games. So I don't know how this is gonna work, but apparently Netflix is in talks to start pursuing VR games. Would you want to watch Netflix and chill and get your cheeks clapped in VR?
I mean, I can go on VR chat and get my cheeks clapped there with a full body thing, so I don't see the difference.
Netflix and chilling with VR is the next wave, bro.
Full body tracking, bro. Like, why do I need to watch Netflix and like Netflix come out so I'm chilling and like what?
Are you still watching? No, I'm watching these cheeks in VR.
But then again, they got no, that's another topic. Never mind, because we got a whole bunch of shit to talk about now.
No, go ahead. What are you about to say?
They got the whole like new COVID strain floating around and shit. So we probably gonna be quarantined again or something.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely hope that doesn't happen again. But I mean, this new strain is pretty bad.
Get my cheeks clapped before we go in quarantine again.
Yeah, that needs to be on your top priority. Your priority list.
Hey, you married your wife at home. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
I said for you. I'm good over here.
I know you are.
I'm good. I'm trying to help y'all. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that VR shit. Let's go. Netflix and VR fucking. Let's do it.
Facts. All right, so let's hop into the free games for July. I know we're like halfway through, but you can still use some free games if you haven't looked at them yet. Just run through them real quick. I think PlayStation actually has some decent ones. For PlayStation for the month of July, you get Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for PS4. You get WWE 2K Battlegrounds. It's like a childish kind of WWE game. You get a Plague Tale, and that is PS5 only. And you get Virtua Fighter Ultimate Showdown for PS4. So only game on there that's on PS5 is a Plague Tale. That kind of sucks because they still don't.
That game is so good too. I've seen like some streamers actually stream that game. It looks good.
I might look into it then. I haven't not heard anything about that game.
It's just like a RPG, like storyline, and I can't remember if it's the girl or the boy, or like they have to find them or something, and you have to fight. Like they got some huge ass rats in there and shit too. I've seen it, but the graphics are really nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. I need to turn my PlayStation on and just download that right now. Like after this, free games for Xbox this month are the great games that include Planet Alpha, which is available now through the 31st. Rock of Ages Make and Break. I don't know what game that is. Conquer and Midway Arcade Origins.
I don't care for Xbox, so.
Are you excited for any of those games coming to Xbox?
Xbox games, I don't give a fuck about no damn Xbox. I don't even have one.
Any games. You can still play it on your PC, but still, I don't. That doesn't even make me want to download the extension for Xbox on my PC. Like, do y'all want to play any of those games, man? Xbox doesn't have any games, so let's just move on.
The only Xbox game that I ever liked was it Gears of War or God of some, I don't know, some war.
It's probably Gears of War, yeah. That's one of my favorite Xbox games as well. That franchise is still doing good. All right, that's pretty much it for the gaming. Wait, we're not doing the gaming session. Have you seen any GTA 6 rumors?
I'm tired of hearing about that shit, bro.
Yeah, apparently this time they're legit though. Yeah.
Yo, fucking GTA 5 came out 2015, bro. It's been like 6-7 years now. I don't know. And then when people talk about it, because people do say, "Oh my god, GTA 6 are coming out," and then I'm like, what else could they do to it?
Right. They're still collecting their bag.
Huh?
They're still collecting their bag on GTA 5. Like, why would they make a new one?
To make more money, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of graphics are they gonna do in the game? Make it 4K, so we all have to update our monitors and
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know
Right.
what else they can do. Like, what city are they gonna do? Because most of it's based like on LA, and then they have the Miami one, but I mean, what else like they're gonna do?
They said it was going back to a city that they've used before. I think it was like Vice City. They're going like back there or something. So
Is it the Vice City one? I think that's the Miami one.
yeah, I think that's where they're going again.
What's the point? Like, take that shit to New York or something.
Right. I guess that's what they did in 4. Was 4 in New York? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I think it was. I don't know, but either way, you're gonna have to update your whole RP life, and you know you're gonna be on GTA 6 RP with 5M and all that stuff. So,
Oh my god, all the virtual dick I can take.
all right, so we're gonna move on from that part.
And, 4K. Oh my god, let's do it.
Okay, all right, so let's talk about some media. Have you been watching any movies or anything?
No.
No.
I just been role playing.
Why does everybody I talk to never have anything for the media section? I'll be watching everything. That whole list of stuff I've been watching recently.
Right, you could fucking cuddle and watch movies. I can't do shit.
You're right. You're right about that.
What about you? I'm gonna cuddle my dog. She don't even want to be around me.
Damn. So I've been watching.
No.
Well, I haven't watched the new Black Widow, but that is apparently out now, and I'm not gonna get it on Disney.
I want to watch that.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson. Oh my god.
What?
Yo, Scarlett Johansson is fine as
Oh
shit.
yeah. I mean that's true.
What do you mean?
I want to watch it, but I don't know if I'm gonna pay that $30. I think that Disney's asking for.
Hey, be bootleg and get that shit free online.
Yeah, I'd rather just go to the movies to watch it. To watch this one, I don't know. I like watching Marvel stuff in the movie theater.
I like Marvel movies. Like that movie, I've been waiting on that movie since 2019, but they just kept pushing it back. But I mean, then COVID happened, so that's understandable. But at the same time, yeah.
I still haven't watched Corilla. I haven't watched that either.
Which one?
Corilla. With the 101 Dalmatians, but I think it's just the villain movie that came out like last month. Yeah.
See, I don't keep up with movies. Like I tell people all the time, like I'm more into watching anime and shit. Like I don't really care for like movies, like human movies. If that makes sense.
Human movies, live action movies. I think that's what you were going for.
I don't know. I feel more like emotional attachment when it comes to like anime, bro. I'm weird.
I feel you. Have you watched that Ragnarok show on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, I've watched like 2 episodes of it.
The last show I watched. What is that called? Game of Thrones.
That's the last show you watched?
Mm-hmm.
When was that? Like 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
March.
March. Okay, I thought you were thinking about years. I was about to say, damn, you really don't watch it. Why?
Because this girl I met in LARP, she called me Khaleesi. Because I have my character Diamond has white hair.
Yeah.
So she started calling me Khaleesi, and I was
LARP
like,
is role play for you guys that don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there. Role play.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's Khaleesi? She's like, from Game of Thrones. I said, Game of Thrones. Like, I mean, I knew about Game of Thrones because this dude that I used to talk to when Game of Thrones was happening, like, rolling or whatever, like on TV showing, he would say, oh my God, I gotta watch Game of Thrones Sunday. Yeah. And I'm just like,
it was a great time. It was a great show.
Huh?
It was a great show. Did you not like it?
It was a good show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't know. Like me, I'm the type of person, like I want the season to be over with so I can just binge watch it because I don't want to wait weekly.
No, it's all out now, so you ain't gotta wait no more.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch. Like, I even do that with anime. Like I just wait till it's completely done so I can just watch it because I don't want to just like have that anxiety and that anxiousness, like, oh my God, eagerness, like I want to know what happens next. I hate that feeling.
Yeah, I agree with you, except for like animes like One Piece that are like so fucking long that if you're not keeping up with it, it's gone. Like I'm not gonna try to watch One Piece anymore. Like, I
like the ones that are like 12 to 24 episodes where I can just sit down one sitting and I can just finish it. But like when it comes to longer animes like that, I do take my time with because it's like it's so many, and a lot of those are filler episodes anyways.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
And I'm not even gonna try to put myself through that. That's why I'm trying to keep up with My Hero because I don't know if that show is gonna go on like that and just like be 1,000 episodes or something. and I just want to keep up with it or try to at least.
Well, they
Though
said
that would be a
season
good show
4
to
was
binge.
good.
They said
So,
that, yeah.
mhm. They said my sister was like, "You're gonna be in your feelings." I said, "When am I not in my feelings when I watch anime?"
Yeah, I'm the same here. But
Mhm.
Ragnarok is good. It's about like some gods are tired of humans, so they're about to kill all of them. So they have to bring
Mhm.
in like a few humans from the whole history of humanity, and they got to fight with the gods to determine if the humans live. I thought that shit was interesting.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I'm only 2 episodes in, so I'll update y'all
I
if
like
I keep watching.
Hercules.
I think there probably was like a Hercules in it. Zeus is in it, so I'm sure he'd be in there somewhere. We started watching Manifest. I've been watching Dave. I watched A Quiet Place. All those were pretty good. That episode of Dave got some people heated though.
See, I would watch more stuff if I had somebody to watch it with.
No,
And
I didn't mean to laugh.
I felt so lonely there, didn't I?
Yeah,
Oh,
you did.
that's tough.
You did. I felt bad.
Don't feel bad.
I understand. So I listened to Tyler Creator's new album. Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Was it Viva Earthquake?
That was not his most recent album. That was Igor. That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
This is that.
But his album is called Call Me If You Get Lost, and it's doing really well, and it's a really good album. Go listen to it.
My homeboy, like, we were in the Discord call and he started playing it on fucking rhythm, and then they were all just singing it. And it was just funny. That's why it popped up in my head. But
that is a great
yeah.
song.
No, I didn't.
All right. Do you have anything else to add to the media portion? You've been watching or listening to anything new? Nope. Okay. All right. Moving on to the life portion of the podcast. I just got back from a trip from New Orleans. That's why I've been gone for so long. The vlog is now on my YouTube channel if y'all want to go watch that. But yeah, I just got back from that. Been back to working and making more content. Nova, what you been up to?
I went to New York
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks ago. Was that 3 weeks ago?
It's about the time I got back from New Orleans. So yeah. No, that's probably 2.
No, I think you left. You actually left a couple days before I left.
Yeah. I think we came back the same day though.
Huh?
I think we came back the same day though.
I think we did. Either we came back the same or you came back a day before I did. But yeah, we kind of went on vacation on the same time. But yeah, I went to New York. It was fun.
Yeah.
Met one of my, friends online, like I've known for a long time, Luna,
Yeah,
Luna.
shout out to Luna.
Yes, I love Luna. She's so precious. Like, bruh, like you ever get that anxiety where like you about to meet somebody online and you're just like, oh my God, I don't know what to think about them. Like with her, I didn't feel like that at all.
Yeah.
Like when I met her, I was like, oh my God, like I've known you my whole life. Like it didn't even feel like I met her online.
Oh.
Seeing her the first time. Those be the best friendships, man. The best bonds.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it was fun. It was fun. I didn't want to leave. I'm a city girl, so if I could have stayed, I would have stayed because I love New York. But it's so fucking expensive.
You think about moving there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Would you live there? Yeah.
Would I? Hell yeah. Bro, if I had bankrolls, bro, I would be like, bye, Atlanta. I'm going to New York.
Right.
But it's nice out there. The culture is what I really like. Subway was interesting. Like that's my first time in New York too.
Wow.
But it was fun as fuck. I enjoyed it. But that's pretty much what really the latest big thing, I guess. I mean, I work trying to keep up with a stream schedule, but I'm failing again.
Same
it's so
here.
hard.
Same here.
I don't know. I
Are
might
you gonna
go
stream today?
Man, I have so much going on, like with the RP stuff. I need to, but like thing is, people want me to stream RP, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to deal with the drama. Because oh my God, RP is toxic, y'all. If y'all thinking about going RP, y'all better think about it. If y'all are strong enough for this shit, because RP is toxic.
Yeah, and she blames me and my friend Jay for putting her onto that because we introduced her to that lifestyle, and now she's trapped. She's trapped in there.
I'm addicted.
Yeah,
like crackhead is addicted to crack,
Yeah.
It's a fun
game,
though. I made some great people. I met some not so great people, but it's something like where you really have to be prepared for it, like mentally, because it gets toxic. Like a lot of people don't know how to keep stuff like in character, and they take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when their whole experience can be ruined. So like y'all gotta be ready for that shit. Like if y'all thinking about, like, people always tell me all the time like, oh, what server, what's this and good and all that, and I tell them like you kind of just have to explore and figure out where servers for you, because I don't want to recommend my servers because like, one, most of the servers I'm in now are whitelisted, so you have to do application. So it's like, do you want to put yourself through that, join a city and not like it, or go to the ones that aren't whitelisted and find and then meet a whole bunch of assholes.
Yep.
A lot of toxic people. I mean, but it's fun. But
Yeah, you just gotta be wary of where you're trying to go in that space,
yeah. I mean, that's just life general, but
Yep.
that's
All
about
right.
it.
We are
Happy
40
work.
minutes in, so it's about time for us to hop on to the topic. And the
damn,
topic
it's been 40
for today that Nova's been waiting to talk about is relationship/toxic partners. Now, I guess for this segment, we're just going to go. I have bullet points here, so we'll just go through those and talk about our past experiences and how we think about toxic people and relationships. So, Nova, what is, well, I got to skip that. Nova, what is your history with toxic relationships? And like, when did you start dating? Like, what was your earliest relationship, if you can think back?
Are we talking like serious, or are we talking like little
anything you can consider
that?
your first? What do you consider your first relationship?
I want to say the guy I dated in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like real relationship, because we were on like, high school's drama. Whatever you go through, you trying to kind of build your character, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say that I was a freshman. And we were on and off until junior year, and then that's when we finally called it off. But that relationship was toxic as fuck.
Really?
Because when we broke up, he was trying to get with all my homegirls.
Damn, that is pretty toxic.
Yeah, he was like quarterback of the varsity team. I don't know what it is about me and athletes and shit, but I always get, because in the basketball player after that, oh my God, drama again, bro. He was like the top player on the team. Like it's insane, but
girls and these athletes, bro. At least you got like started off early, so you knew, and like even throughout your first relationship, you knew about like how toxic relationships. So you got introduced to it very early. For myself, like I don't think my first one was toxic. I was just in high school, and like I just was like trying to connect with people who I was not compatible with, and that was like my issue. Like we never did anything wrong. Like I never got cheated on or anything in high school, but like they weren't toxic relationships until I started like going to college. That's when mine started. Obviously.
I didn't really know I did date somebody in college. Let me not say that. But we didn't go to the same college though. We were long distance. That was my longest too.
That was one of my questions. I don't even know if I have this on here, but how are you with distance relationship, like long distance? Do you prefer them, or do you? Obviously, I don't think anybody prefers them, but like, would you put up with one right now?
I wouldn't mind. Because at the end of the day, and I tell people this all the time, if someone wants to cheat on you, they gon' far away, close by. Like you could be sleeping with a motherfucker every night, and he can still fuck, or she can still cheat on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I hate when people be like, "Well, long distance relationship, trust, blah 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 blah." I'm like, you probably with somebody right now that's gonna cheat on you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't mind long distance relationships, but I actually kind of like them more in a way, because it makes me miss that person.
Yeah.
Because I know myself, I can get clingy. You know what I'm saying? But like as I get older, I try to like I've been giving people more space. Like when I was younger, oh my God, I was so clingy. Yeah. But like now that I'm older, I learned that men need their space, so I'm not as clingy like that no more.
That's a good lesson. Everybody listening, men need their space sometimes. That's so true. And like I think I get mine personally like when I'm at work, because like when I'm at work I'm like alone. So I get my space like that. And I think for long distance relationships, like, plus honestly, if your bag is right, you can go down and see that person as often as you want. If it's like a 1 hour flight, just fucking go down there and see them. Like, if you're available.
Like, oh, they're too far away. Like,
right.
What do you mean they're too far away? Like, if you really love somebody, like you gonna do right by them. You gonna be loyal. You ain't gonna worry about nobody else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, too, as well, when people need to think about, like, when you're with somebody, you still gotta live your own life. Y'all still living separate lives. Y'all just come together just to enjoy one life together.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Like,
you preaching.
At the door, or he walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? Like we still gotta do us. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's like that's just how I look at it. So like long distance, I don't mind
I feel you.
as long as the other person like we're on the same eye to eye, you know, understanding or whatever. Then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you got to have that trust and connection to be able to do
Hmm.
that, I think. I've only been in one and it didn't last long. And I don't think it was just because of distance. It's because, like, we just weren't, again, compatible. And it was somebody I was dating in high school. It went on to college. And that's when that everybody hates that, like, type of scenario. Like, oh, I'm dating somebody and we're senior year and then we go off to college. Are we still going to be together and stuff? And I had that same thing happen and it didn't work out. It was just because it was not a great relationship. We just started dating like at the end of our senior year too, so we had a lot of figuring out to do. And then when we figured it out, we just ended things. So
It's so
yeah,
crazy because my long distance was my longest one, 4 years.
wow. Were y'all
And
long
then
distance that whole time?
yes,
Mm.
um, and then the guy that was literally 5 minutes down, that lives 5 minutes down from me, like we only lasted like a year. Like I'm a very like long term, but like yeah, we only lasted for a year. But yeah, my long distance 4 years. But we took turns, like we made it work because
Mm-hmm.
he was going to school in FAMU, and I was going to school up here in Atlanta or
Yeah.
whatever. But we always took turns like once a month. Like 1 month I'll come down there, 1 month he'll come up here and vice. So we made it work. So I mean
Yeah.
it's possible to work
You
out.
have to put the effort in. That's the thing that
Mhm.
goes into long distance. You have to put the effort in. And that's really all that matters. Since you have been on the dating market like more recently than I have, I've been in a relationship for like 4 or 5 years now. Is it hard dating now and like trying to get somebody, like even whether it's on like a dating app or just social media, like is it hard to date now, do you think? Harder than it was when you were, I don't know, in college or high school?
Me personally, yes,
Hmm.
because I'm older. Because
You're
when you're
not that
younger, you're
old.
no, and I say it because when you're younger, you're trying to figure out that feeling like
Hmm.
you're more carefree, you're more all over the place, you're more trusting. But then when you've been through a whole bunch of shit with people and like relationships
Yeah.
and when you're older, you you kind of like want to figure out like people's true intentions and shit like that. Like I don't want to be hurt again. You
You
know what
are
I'm saying?
preaching.
I've been single for
You are
I've
fucking
been
preaching.
I've been single since 2019. What is
Hmm.
that? That's 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those like protection mechanisms.
Hmm.
Like I know what I've been through. I know what signs to look for. I know what red flags to look for because I experienced it.
All right.
I feel like when you're older, like I wouldn't call it baggage, but you just have more knowledge of
Hmm.
yourself and your worth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck. Like I was all over the place, like giving my heart out and stuff like that, trusting people. And then it's harder now when you're older. But like I don't know for other people when it comes to that, like maybe like the whole dating, like I mean online, like a lot of people have been meeting people online, but me personally, I've always met people online.
Hmm.
My 4 year relationship I met on Twitter.
Yep.
And it's so funny because I tweeted saying taking boyfriend applications and he sent me a DM.
Oh damn.
Mhm.
It's like, this my shot. This is my shot. I'm gonna shoot it.
But then I met somebody on Tinder who I was recently like, that I like love and fancy so much. And
Fancy.
he's been in we called it no, we stopped talking like back October. I think it was October was the last time I seen him.
Mm.
And my heart was so broken. And I met him on Tinder in 2017. And my heart was just so broken because I really did, wanting to be with him. But life goes on.
Yeah.
You
And
know what I'm
I
saying?
guess with this like pandemic, like it's probably been harder for people to go out and meet people. So a lot of people's alternatives is to go on these dating websites. And when I was single, I was on them too. So and honestly, I found my wife on a dating website. So like,
I mean, I'm not
listen to,
against it. Like,
yeah, me either.
mm-mm.
Obviously.
Did you meet some good ones? You meet some bad ones. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And that's why it's so good that you have that frame of reference with your past relationships to like know exactly like I don't want this shit, like I don't want this. You haven't worked on yourself. You still ain't got no job. You still staying at home with your mom. Like those things are depending on the person, but you really know what you don't want in a relationship. And when it's time to get serious with somebody and have those
Hmm.
serious conversations, you need to be able to do that too. So yeah. Speaking of that, what qualities are you looking for in a partner then?
fuck am I? Am I on Plenty of Fish barbecue or something right
Yes,
now?
I'm trying to interview
I'm
you.
looking for a partner. I'm not picky, but then yet I'm picky.
Yeah.
But my number one thing is if we can vibe, everything happens natural. Like I'm a person that happens natural. I don't have a particular type.
Mm-hmm.
People say I do, and it's so fucking crazy. Cause they're like, yeah, you do have a type. And I'm like, do I really? Because I've dated athletes, I dated nerds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, do I really have a type? When they tell me that,
I think we had this conversation before, though.
huh?
I think we had this conversation before, though. I forgot.
If I had a type?
Yeah. Like, one night we were on RP. I think we were talking about this. I think you don't like the white meat.
Actually,
I just think you don't like the white meat.
I don't. I mean, that's a preference, though.
Yeah, it's a preference. I understand that.
I'm just, like, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't know. I just don't see myself like with the white meat. I mean, that's just my personal preference. But is that really a type, though? Is that considered having a type?
I was brought it up because I thought it was funny. Honestly, that's the only reason I brought it up. But it's just a preference. I understand. Like, I don't have a race preference though at all. Like, I've dated almost every damn race except for like Asian. That's just because they were like not in like. Well, what? There's not that many Asian people in South Carolina. There's not.
I'm saying, I know that. I know that. But I'm just saying, like you said, you've dated so many, and I'm just saying, like, I wish I could say that because I haven't.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. That's where you're going. Like, I thought you about. Okay.
Like, I've talked to people, but I've always dated a particular race. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, I mean, that's just what I'm used to. The environment I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up south of Atlanta. Like,
and nowadays people want to fault people for having a preference, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, if you want to date in your race, outside your race, I don't care. You love who you want to love, and that's really all that should matter. But people nowadays want to make it like a battleground. It's like, oh, you're not dating your race, or you're not dating anybody that looks like you. It's like it doesn't fucking matter to me. Like, I really. That's just me.
It don't matter to me. I'm two different worlds. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm German and Filipino, and like,
Right.
I'm not attracted. I'm not attracted to white men. I'm not attracted to Asians. You know, I'm just not. Like, I'm not even attracted to my own what I am, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as my parents understand that, then we're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've had conversations with them already. And it was like, as long as he, take care of you, treat you well, and don't abuse you, then we're okay. Don't care. He could be a fucking alien for all they care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's awesome. Because honestly, I love my parents, but if they had had a problem with me dating whoever I want to date, then I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, honestly,
it was a journey with my mother. I ain't gonna hold you, but
really?
She, and she's the Asian.
Wow.
So, but as I grew older and she started, like, I started to tell her, like, why don't you get to know that? Like, why don't you get to know them? Don't judge them, like, because of their race. Just, like, get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, at the end of the day, like, if I cut myself, I cut you, we both gonna bleed the same color. So it's just, like, get to know them.
Somebody get this woman a Bible because she preaching.
So stupid. But I mean, because I'm like I said, like, I'm mixed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, like, I feel like me personally, I feel like I can't really just be like discriminate like that. Even though I don't date my own races, that's just a preference. But I mean, if I'm telling you, it's about the vibe, honestly.
Right. That's all that matters, bro. To me, that's really the main thing. Like, if I don't like your personality,
in you, then it's cool.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Like, it ain't about nothing else. And I don't really care for, like, looks either.
Yeah, that's the main thing. What are some turnoffs or red flags? Like, if you're on a first date, you see these things, and you're just like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I can tell you some of mine. Like, one of my main ones, like, is how you treat other people. Like, I can tell you that this probably doesn't happen much with girls, but, like, if you are rude or anything to, like, I don't know, a waitress or something, like a staff, people who are like doing a service for you, and you just for no reason rude. I understand if they mess up your shit. I understand that you can be mad, but like if you're just like, I asked for 8 ice cubes and some shit, like bitch, get the fuck out of here. I'm leaving. like right. So bro. I was on dating market for a while after my last relationship, so I've seen all types of shit. But like,
you
not
talked to
specifically
women that
that.
were actually. I'm about
Not
to say,
specifically
I'm like,
that. That
you
was
talking about ice cubes, bro? You better sit your ass down. Like,
fuck, not specifically like that, but it's been shit close to it, and like just rudeness and like if I can't vibe with you or something like that, then yeah, it's not gonna work out. So, do you have any? I'm trying to think.
I'm a dickhead, so it's kind of it is so crazy because how I flirt, I'm a dickhead. I'm an asshole, but
So if somebody comes up with you with a nice pickup line, are you falling for it?
no, I'm be like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Is that a red flag? Fucking pickup lines.
No, I don't. No, I mean,
so would you ever date somebody that came up to you with a pickup line? Like, damn, are you from Tennessee, Nova? Because you the only 10 I see. You give that man your number immediately, right?
No.
Right.
Okay, I want to say like red flags for me is like if they show sign of like abusiveness. Because I've been in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Or it's just like how they talk. I guess like you said, like how they talk or like how they present, like just their like I don't know. At the end of like I'm all about vibes and like energy and stuff like that. So like if I meet somebody and like I get a feeling like a gut feeling like no, don't do it, then I'm not gonna do it. So I don't know. Red flags come to getting to know people, so I can't really say particularly like what type of red flag that are my turnoffs because like when I like to get to know people and then I can figure out like, oh well, nah, I ain't fucking with it. But no. Turn off would be negative, like being negative all the time. There we go. See, look how you talk and then ideas just come to you. So being negative, like because that one thing about me, I'm all about positivity and I try to like, put positivity in other people and stuff like that. So like I guess negativity would probably be my number one like turn off and red flag most overall because if you're a very negative person, that kind of like affects your outcome in life and anything you do, like how you move, how you act, who you hang out with and stuff like that, because you will draw the same energy.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be my number one thing. Like if they're just like plain out, just like I don't know any examples of it. Just like
let's say y'all are going to, I don't know, fucking Ruth's Chris, and the dude just walks in and is like, damn, we should have went to fucking, I don't know, the Melting Pot or some better restaurant. Just being negative about just random shit, like small stuff that you can just be negative about.
Well, I don't think that was a good example because if he was like, let's go somewhere else, I'd be like, okay.
But like, what if they took you to your favorite restaurant and then he's just like, nah, this shit is ass, and just fucking was like, let's leave. I think that'd be a red flag. It's like, damn, you can't even like acknowledge that this is my favorite place and just go there for a second.
I want to say complaining about like, okay, I'm gonna say like complaining about like their life or like, you know what I'm saying, like, and they're not changing it. You get what I'm saying? Like things like that would be like something considered negative. Like there was this one guy, like, I mean, we were never talking, whatever, but I mean, he liked me, but whatever. But he was always like negative about everything, about like just life and like his mood. Like he was always like a Debbie Downer. So I guess like stuff like that, because I'm a very like happy-go-lucky person. I love to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like I love to like be and like positive. I don't know. It's just so hard to explain.
No, I totally understand what you're saying though. I totally understand what you're saying. Someone who is being negative and complaining about their life and like not trying to fix the result.
Being negative and complaining about something they can change. Like I understand if it's something like uncontrollable, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't do nothing about it. But like if it's something you can do about it, but you're not doing nothing about it, like that's when I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Cause like I like when you mentioned the whole like, oh, he stayed home with his mom or whatever like that. Like me personally, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're working towards like doing better or trying to like do other things and not like just like mooch off your parents the rest of your life, then yeah, we can make something work. You know what I'm saying? Because like that goes with the whole breadwinner thing too. Like if I don't like me personally, I don't care. Like I'll be a breadwinner, but if like, cause I'm old, but I'm old school at the same time. But like if I see that they're actually doing something,
Yeah.
then I'm okay with it.
A good example is like, do you know who Pete Davidson is? He's a comedian on SNL. So I say he's a good example because he just moved out recently, but he for a while he's a celebrity, like he's famous, and he still chose to live with his mom or his mom lives with him. And like some people will look at him just like, why are you living with your mom? Like he was just saying like he just enjoyed having his mom around as he's a celebrity and whatnot. So that's a wild example, but there are some reasons why people will stay with their parents. Just like sometimes maybe it just saves them money for a while, or they're just trying to get back on their feet. Like it is not always a negative thing. So yeah. Any more red flags you can think of?
No, because I just feel like negativity like
Is the
kind of
main
sums it
one
up.
for you?
Yeah, it's the main one
Yeah.
because everything else falls into there. Like all the red flags falls into that
That.
basically. So I guess that's like the main one,
Yeah.
the main big red flag. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense totally. Do you typically date younger or older?
How young are we talking?
Damn, I was just asking, younger than you or older than you?
I mean, the youngest I've dated was 5 years.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So do
But
you
then again,
typically lean older?
I don't really have preference for that either. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not gonna be out here dating no 18-year-old and shit like that. But I mean, like, that's it because they say age ain't nothing but a number, but then age
Okay, R.
comes with
Kelly.
maturity as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess it just depends on where their mind's at
Right.
and
Right.
if they're being coy about it. Because there's a lot of people that are older that still act like children, but then you have younger people that act like grown ass adults. So
Yeah.
it just depends. Like I don't really have preference
Yeah.
for it. I mean, growing up is it was installed in your head like for women. Oh, you gotta date somebody who's older. You gotta date somebody who's older. But then now I just don't. I don't care. Like if you can show me like you're mature about situations and we could talk situations out and like not be petty about it and we're good.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. When people get disagreements and arguments, they don't know how to solve it. They just they feel like yelling at each other is gonna solve anything because it's like who's the biggest baddest wolf, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I get you.
As long as we can communicate well, I don't care.
It's hard. I feel like sometimes, well, I'm not dating or anything, but like I feel like it's hard to sometimes find those younger people who are mature though. But I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying like you really gotta like be on the lookout for them because like they're probably smart enough to like, I don't know, not be fucking around wasting their time,
Hmm.
and maybe they want someone I guess around their age or I don't know, but
But then it depends on like how you define like being mature, immature, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I think when I think of that, I think of someone who's like, I don't know, maybe like it'd be hard for me to date a 19-year-old or like even an 18-year-old right now because I feel like their mindset is so on partying, going out right now, and that's just not my lifestyle anymore. Like I had my time, like I'm retired, my jersey's hanging up in the rafters, like I'm done. Like if that's your MO like 24/7, like I can't do that anymore. You know, I'm just old, man. I'm an old man. I can't do that shit, bro. I can't.
Oh my
But
god.
an older
That's
person,
not even
someone
it though. It's just I don't know, when you're that young, like you're still trying to find yourself.
yeah, that's true.
But then you do have people who are young that they know who they are. And
Yeah.
like that's what it's really about.
And that
Like
was
if you're
me, I
still trying
think.
to if you're trying to still experience and explore the world, then
Yeah,
like, you're not ready for nothing serious.
that's what I would
But
want.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, but it's so crazy though, because like when I talk to younger guys, they always be like, "Ow," like all I do is talk to older women, and then I'm like, "Okay, bet. Let me say that. Let me find out." And then I kind of like see what they about. I'm like, you ain't ready for an older woman.
Yeah,
You talk that talk. You trying to sweet talk me like I'm a fucking kid, and it's like, nah, like I'm not a little girl. Like you trying to play these little mind games like you were doing. Like if
Right.
I was 18, then I'd probably fall for it. But nah, I'm a grown ass woman. Like I'm not
Facts.
gonna fall for your little games. I probably know more than you. Like
Yeah, you've
what?
been through that shit. Like you've
You
seen
know
all
what
the
I'm
games the guys
saying?
play.
So that's why, like when men say that, I'd be like, whatever.
Facts.
We're just
So
talking.
with dating someone older, or I guess it doesn't really matter for this, like would you
hmm
be stepmom to someone's, like would you date someone who already has kids?
mm Yeah,
You would?
yeah. I've done it before,
Mm-hmm.
but it all depends how crazy they baby mama is, because I ain't trying to deal with
I'm
that
glad you
drama.
said
Because
that. I'm glad you
I
said that
don't
because
do
that's
drama.
really important. That's really important to know, like, what his situation is. Like, is the baby mama
Mhm.
still coming around? Is she fucking crazy? Will she shoot me? Like, things that, like, matter. Like,
'Cause
you
there's
have to
people
ask.
do that. Like,
Yeah.
there's some people.
You can't just pull up to somebody and, like, just be their parent, like, somebody's kid. Like, you have to know what their situation is to me. I think that's really important. Like, I would consider it, but I have to know what's going on. Is this person fucking crazy whose child I'm in front of every day? So I just think that's important. Like,
Yeah, I don't
also,
mind it.
yeah. How long did you do that for?
This was so long ago. It wasn't that long. It
A few
wasn't that
months.
long. Probably. I mean, I didn't have to worry about no baby mama with him because he had full custody of his kid.
Um,
So like, I didn't have to deal with no baby mama stuff. It was just, it didn't last because it was just him. You know what I'm saying? The child had nothing to do with it.
oh, gotcha.
So, but I mean, I wouldn't mind. It's just like you said, the situation. Like the guy gotta make sure his situation is handled first before I come into the picture.
Right.
And then also, even with that, I also have to know if me and him are actually like serious, because children do get attached,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to be around this child and they get attached to me, and then I just stop showing up, and they're just like, oh, where's Nova? You know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
You,
just like, yeah.
you know, it's crazy. I actually have a friend that's going through a similar situation in that, like, I don't want to spill all his business because he's another streamer as well. But
hmm
he was in somewhat of the same situation. He was playing stepdad, and the mom, like, kind of, I guess, broke it off, and he grew an attachment with the child. Like, he's just like, damn, I'm not gonna be in this kid's life anymore. And that's really something you have to think of when you're getting into a relationship with someone who has a child. Like, and people don't like think about that and notice how serious that is. But when you're in it, it fucking sucks. And I felt for him really bad. But speaking of that, do you want kids for yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I need a man first.
How many do you want?
4.
4? Damn,
hmm
you're just gonna be popping them out.
What do you mean? My mama said she wanted 10 grandkids, and I said,
Who
getting
who
10
giving
grand?
the other 6?
Who who giving out 10 grandkids? Said 5 from you and 5 from your sister. I said, well, I need to
Uh,
start. And then I told my daddy, and my dad was like, well, you better start now. I'm like, well, what man?
yeah, I want to cool about 2 or 3. Nothing too crazy. Maybe 3. I mean,
Where your kids at? You the one married and shit.
hey,
Where your kids at?
we enjoying each other's company before we throw kids into it. That's something that we've been thinking about a lot. Like, we'll just be like sitting downstairs chilling, like, or going out on a trip or something. We're like, damn, we could not do this if we had kids right now. Like, that's what we've really just been enjoying each other's company and like being married before we have kids, and that's how we've been living. But they'll probably be coming soon. No announcements or
I mean, you
anything yet.
still could do a vacation with kids. It's just that you won't have that
Oh, I know.
that
Yeah.
intimate moment, with
Exactly.
yours together, and
Like, just
that's the
just
only
for
thing
instance,
about it.
our trip to New Orleans, like when we went to Bourbon Street, it's just something like we did out of the blue, and it was like the best part of the trip that we had. And I was like, if we had a kid, we'd have had to plan around this. I don't know, get some of our family members who are down here to watch our kid for the whole night, and then we can go have fun. But then after that, you still have to be parents after that, and then it's just like, I just want to go home or go out and party for a few minutes, and then like come back home and chill. But like with the kid, all that stuff's different. So we just trying to enjoy it before we get to that
I
step.
feel it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just getting too old. I feel like, do I even want kids still? Like, do I want to be like 50, 60 year old? Like my kid graduating high school and shit.
It's
Cause
normal
damn,
though.
30 next year, man.
Yeah.
And then my best friend just had a baby. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm getting in my feelings.
It's so normal though. If you look at like how late people are waiting to have kids nowadays, that's totally normal. Like, yeah, granted, we're going to be older when we have our grandkids or we have just our kids graduating or having big milestones, but like you need to enjoy your life first and even figure yourself out more before you have a kid or want to invite a kid to this life. So that's just how I feel about it. Like, I know my wife is getting work. She's about your age too. So I'm like, yeah, it's something to think about. And it's a conversation that if you have a partner, you need to have. Like, if I don't know how some people do that. Like, if you find a new person and y'all start talking or something, and then they say they don't want kids and you do, like, why stay with that person? I don't know. I just think that's crazy.
Because it's just one of the things where they probably feel like, oh, their mind changed. Their mind will change.
And that's how you
That's
mess
just like,
up.
yeah, that's just like telling somebody, oh, I don't want a relationship. I don't want to date you, and then they still stick around because they have that hope that,
You'll change
oh,
your
that
mind.
her mind will change.
Yep.
No, I'm a grown ass woman. Why would my mind change? If I don't want to be with you, I don't want to be with you. Like, what?
Mhm.
Like, I'm not no little girl. Like, I'm not gonna catch no crush and like, no. What the
Right.
fuck?
It's such a like toss up to like hope that they will change their mind. Like, you're really putting all your chips in this one card, hoping that they'll change their mind like 10 years down the road or something. Like, and it might not
And
happen.
it never happens. And
Right.
then you're just stuck. Like, then that person want to get mad and be like, you wasted my time. And then I'm like, how'd I
Facts.
waste your time? I already told you what it was in the beginning. You wasted your own time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they want you to feel bad. And then I'm sitting here like, I don't feel bad. Like, it sounds terrible to say, but I'm like, if I put everything down on the line at first, why should I feel bad if your feelings are hurt when you already knew what it was?
Right.
It's just real.
I know, I can't even think of a personal situation where I known that to happen to somebody, but I just know that happens. You know, it's crazy.
It does.
Yeah.
It happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
With these guys, and I'm just like, bruh, I want you to look at me like I'm the homie. You know what I'm saying? Because like, but it didn't get so emotional.
You've told me some stories. You've told me some stories.
I'm the homie back to guys that I want, so I guess it's just karma, you know?
It's karma. All right. I think that's a good place to end it. You got anything else you want to add? Anything coming up? You streaming anytime soon? You got something going on? What?
Wear your condoms.
Oh, yeah. Wear condoms? That's what you said?
Yeah. Stay protected. We still in a pandemic, you know what I'm saying? Wear your condoms.
Give me your Twitch handle. Instagram,
What is
Twitter,
Twitch?
all that.
All right, guys. My name is Nova.
He's starting off the same way you ending the same way you started off. There you go.
Okay, twitch.tv/NovaSweetz. It's a Z at the end. One word together. Go follow me, I guess, because my schedule is all over the place when streaming, but you know the vibes. Twitter, NovaSweetz. I think it's an underscore at the end.
I think so.
And then Instagram is carliexjay, CarliexJay. Damn, I don't even know my own Instagram. But yeah, if y'all want to go follow me on there, cool. But I'd rather you follow me on Twitch, and then you can see all my social media there and my OnlyFans, you know?
She's capping. She ain't got no OnlyFans. But thank you for doing that. All that will be on the screen, and you guys can also click the link in the description to get all that information to go check out Nova. But if you guys made it to the end of the episode, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Go follow Nova. Rate this 5 stars if you are on Apple Podcast, all that stuff. I appreciate you guys coming through and watching. I'll see you guys next time for the next Hold That Thought podcast. Goodbye. Yes, sir. Did you like that video? Me too, because I made it. I know it's good. If you did like that video, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe. Make sure you have that bell turned on for notifications for when I make a new video. Also, you can catch me on any of the socials down below. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those. I'm on there. That's it. See you guys later.